Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, old Captain here. We're banging them out today. Hopefully finally get caught up and it'll be warm enough. In frickin' Phoenix. Swear to God, it's like 32 degrees. It's freezing here. It just, I don't know why it came down. Hi, Aaron. Wrong one. Where'd we go? Nope, that's not it. There it is. Good day to you, Aaron. I'm a return customer, working 2 full-time jobs under Obama, and would love your advice. Since my last request, I dropped the nonprofit job. I'm still full-time in the accounting firm. I'm taking 2 accounting classes this semester. There we go. I have some free time, and it's great. I got health insurance, and I'm using it. I'm back at the gym. Wonderful. Hanging out with friends and generally loving life, so I got back into the dating market. Good man. I'm 27 in a college town, so most of the girls I'm dating are recent grads, many of whom are too left-leaning to bear. I'm using some online dating apps, but the hookup culture doesn't sit well with me, and my friends tell me it's mostly for sex, not relationships. I've only slept with one girl in my life, and that was after knowing her for a year and dating her for a solid 2 months. I did a mental inventory, and I've only dated a dozen girls in my life. You probably dated more. Actually, if you go back and you look at, it's amazing how many people you forget. So you probably dated more. I was raised in a pretty religious family, so that's probably where the behavior comes from. It would be nice to have a relationship, but I often sabotage it because I've seen a lot of drama in other people's relationships. A lot of love too, but my distaste for drama outweighs my appreciation for the love. Am I thinking about this all wrong? Thanks, we'll leave you anonymous. No, you're not, because we had a couple other email exchanges. You're not from the United States. You're from the Mideast. And you have a different culture. You said you were brought up in a religious family. And on top of it, something that you probably hadn't thought of, you were working 2 full-time jobs. That is definitely going to have a disastrous effect on your dating career. I mean, I remember going to school full-time, working full-time. I had like dates here or there, but I didn't have time. I needed the food and the money and time to study. That if I got stopped one night, like, that's bullshit. I just gave up a whole night working a shift that I could have made money. So the fact that you're working 2 full-time jobs, or were until very recently, you just don't have the time. So I don't think it's... that's what I was going to say. I didn't date a lot until my senior year semester because I only had like 2 classes to take, and I had all this extra time, and bam, I made up for lost time. But if you don't have the time for it, yeah, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. You're dating, you're getting out there. I kind of asked, and you're kind of turning down girls, so, empirically speaking, you're doing all right. Your pictures that you sent, you're kind of average looking, but it's not like you don't, like, you should go in and have somebody kind of do a makeover for you. See if you can grow facial hair. You have a younger kind of face, and that really does throw us guys back. I'm 40 now. I could finally have this fine Tom Selleck thing that I have going on now. But otherwise, even that's moot because you're getting girls. What you probably don't like is what no guy likes, and you probably just have less patience for it, and that is what you cited, drama and bullshit. And there's nothing wrong with not participating in the hookup culture. Do you like STDs? Do you like drama? Do you like bullshit? Yeah, okay, it was great being a player, but, I look back at it, it so wasn't worth it. Like, 80% of the girls, I would gladly not go what I had to go through to sleep with them, because it just wasn't worth it. It was a pain in the ass. So there's nothing wrong with you. I mean, it really is American culture. It's Western culture, especially at your age, and especially if you're in college. I mean, these girls are fucking psycho, man. They're nuts, and they're clueless, and here's the other thing. Again, you come from a more traditional culture and a traditional family. So you might be thinking about wedding, family, wife. These girls fresh out of college are not thinking family. They're thinking career, and Sex in the City and all this other stuff. So you're just in a really bad market. It sounds like you want something a little bit more committed. You want something higher quality. And that, dude, it's hard enough getting laid. It's really hard to find a quality girl that's worth sticking with. That's where I think the new frontier is going to be battled out in Return of Kings and all these other guys who are switching from players to saying, this is bullshit, I ain't got time for it, I'm too tired, I like to sell it for a nice girl, and they're like, oh shit, now the pickings are slim. So what I'd recommend, I mean, you could do some things maybe to slightly improve your looks or your presentation, fashion things. You know, you're hitting the gym, you're doing that, so that's good. I mean, you're hygienic, you're presentable, you're not ugly. I would probably go back to your culture, not go back to the Middle East, although you could do that. But you could also go, participate in mosque if you're religious or whatever it is. I'm doing laundry. Really? Jesus Christ. I had another client. He was Jordanian, and Lebanese, and he was going through the family network connection and saying like, okay, do you know of a family that could set me up with their daughter, doing the old traditional kind of setup, not like the East Indians do it, where it's like, okay, you two will get married now, even though you've never met. But I would go, since that is part of your culture, that's how you were brought up and raised, and it's part of you, it's who you are. You just want to be more traditional and conservative. Cool, that's awesome. I would go through more traditional and conservative means and channels by which to find these girls. And then also, you may want to ask, like, okay, do you want to get married now? It doesn't sound like you're the partying type of guy and you want a bunch of party girls. You're like, okay, I'll take it. But you sound like you want something, no drama. You want a mature woman. You kind of want maybe a wife or a long-term girlfriend. Well, you're going to have to, you're not going to find that on dating apps. You might find it online dating, but you're not going to find that on Tinder. Right? Well, who knows? Maybe you could, but it's too painful to go through that. Fuck, really? Like I didn't hear it the first two times? Anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to go turn off this damn dryer. Toodles.